We're good to go? Good afternoon. Oh, I like the cheering already. Nice. We got a good crowd already, Jennifer. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the Faith Lutheran Homeschool Theater Company. We are so excited to have you guys here. This is our last day of production. These guys put on 2 plays yesterday. They have 2 more today. We have 60 students. I guess it's 57. We had 60, lost 3 to Iowa. They had to move away. But we have a wonderful cast of 57 students from K through 12. We have 9 seniors this year. Woo! Amazing kids, yeah. And so we have so many students, so what we do, if you're unfamiliar with our program, we double cast our kids. So we have 2 full casts of kids, and then so that they get opportunity to have more lines. So each of the kids get, in their main character, they get 2 performances, and then they get a smaller part. And so it gives them opportunities. So I'm guessing some of you are here. I know my groups up here are my senior families and friends coming in to see your favorite senior. If you don't see them in a main role, they may be in the other performance. You may want to come back tonight and see them in their amazing part. So yeah, find your favorite character and see what they do, because they do a couple different things. It's a lot of fun. Well, thank you all for coming. I'm going to introduce you to Jennifer. Jennifer's from the church. They bless our ministry so much. We're a part of the church. They've made us part of the church, this ministry. And she oversees us, so I'm going to turn it over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Mimi. Yes, welcome today. We're so glad you guys are here. I'm the Children, Youth, and Families Director here at Faith Lutheran. And the amazing things that Mimi and Stephanie Umpleby do throughout the year, we just need to give them a big round of applause for all the effort, all the time they spend. And we also, like Mimi was saying, so many amazing kids from all different churches, all different walks of life. And we're just so blessed to have so many different people coming together. And we're also so thankful for you guys and all of your support of this ministry and this program that we get to be blessed here at Faith to have. So thank you guys as well. And I would like to just mention a few things. I've got something exciting and then something less exciting to tell you. So we have coming up April 4th, we have our annual egg extravaganza. So if you enjoy eggs and you enjoy candy and mini donkeys, we invite you to join us that Saturday. And there's more flyers out in the Centrum if you'd like them. Now, for my less exciting news, you may or may not have noticed some signs on our bathroom doors. Our water has just been shut off because we had a little leak. So the water will be coming back on in about the next 15 minutes. So if you really need to use a restroom, you can come find me out there, and I will give you a secret restroom that has not been flushed yet. So... Otherwise, it should be on in the next 15 minutes. And again, thank you guys for being here.
Well, thank you. Hold on. So let's go ahead, and we're going to open up in a word of prayer, okay? Father God, we thank you so much for this opportunity to put on this protection, for all the students that have put in so much effort and so much work and heart. Lord, I pray that you would help them do the best that they possibly can. And Lord, I pray that the audience would be able to hear them and enjoy everything that happens today. Lord, thank you that you are our King and our Lord. And Lord, I pray that you would be glorified in this today. In Jesus' name, amen. All righty, enjoy the show.
Well, what's your name?
Tony.
Make it rain, you've got the job.
Wait, really?
No, I was kidding.
Oh.
I don't even know what job you're applying for anyway.
Well, you see, I'm a comedy writer.
You any good?
Well, I have an extensive resume here if you'd like to see.
So, I'm not interested in a resume. In comedy, experience doesn't mean quality. My brother has done stand-up comedy in hundreds of places, but nobody thinks he's funny. The only thing that means comedy is comedy. Your stuff has to make me fall out of my chair laughing. Will it?
Well, I mean, that all depends on the armrests.
What?
Well, see, if you were sitting on something like a stool that didn't have any armrests, it would be much, much easier for you to fall off of it.
I'm not laughing.
Well, what can I do to make you prove to you that I really am the best? If you'd like, I have a number of scripts here that...
No, humor on paper is flat. It often looks funnier on paper than it is when it's performed live. Come back to me with some live comedy routines and we'll talk. That is all, Ray. Good day.
I do have this videotape here of some of my best work.
Listen, did I mention videotape once? Videotapes are lousy. You got some local cable company to do a demo for you. That is not exactly high quality. It has to be live or nothing. Thank you, Ray. Good day.
Fine, fine. You leave me no choice. All right? I'm desperate. You want it live, I'll deliver it. I have a cast of over like 50 or 60 waiting in the hallway, ready to perform some of my best stuff.
What?
You heard me. I have an entire cast and crew ready to perform all of my stuff.
So you're telling me you have an entire cast and crew outside the door waiting to perform your material live to me, just so you can land this job?
Yep. Can I let them in now?
Here, how many did you say there were?
About 50, 60, and then of course there's the audience.
An audience?
Well, I'm surprised. I thought that you wouldn't settle for anything but the best.
Yes, but...
I thought you'd be happy. You know, it adds to the excitement of live comedy.
I suppose, but how many are in the audience?
About 100?
What do you think my office is? A stage? How am I supposed to fit 100 plus people in here?
Don't worry about that. You see, I had a work crew come in last night and install all of these chairs. In fact, I'm quite surprised you haven't noticed them yet.
How long have they been there?
Only a few minutes. And don't worry about the mess. We'll clean it up if I get the job.
And if you don't get the job?
Then you'll have a lot of chairs to unscrew and a lot of pamphlets to clean up.
Pamphlets?
You surprised me. What kind of a play would this be without any pamphlets? Here's yours.
Any big name stars?
Hey, they're just my friends, all right? They're just doing me a little favor.
Yes, but have they acted before? I mean, they're not going to make your stuff look bad if it isn't bad already.
Oh, don't worry. I did hold auditions, and as I said, we have rehearsed considerably.
Well, you've obviously put me on the spot. I'd hardly want to disappoint 100 people. Let them in.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
I hope it's funny.
So do I, sir. So do I.
Times have I told you to not break my doors when you come in?
I don't like your doors. Now, I got you this. I dug it with my own 2 hands.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you wash your hands afterwards?
No.
All right.
Clean them with my spit, too. That'll make the price go up.
All right, here you go, Kate.
How much is it?
$10. And don't go asking me for any more, all right? I've given you the best price I can.
Well, I know that. I don't want to make sure before I go down to Maud Yates' store. That Maud is always trying to cheat me.
Now, Kate, Maud is a fine woman.
I really hope you don't believe that, Colleen Kilgrew. She's no better than the rest of them lily-livered skunks that run around this town and call themselves human beings, whatever that is. And that includes Maud.
Just don't go getting in any more fights
Don't
with
touch me.
Maud. Please, Kate, for my sake. She always blames me for getting you to come into town.
She don't gotta worry. I'll get my supplies and be back in the mountains for just a while.
Okay, I worry about you. I wish you'd stay in town a while.
Nope. I don't want to be around people more than I gotta. I'll see you in a couple of months. Bye, Colleen.
I guess I wasn't expecting you till this afternoon. Glory be, I don't have none of my samples ready or...
Ms. Killigrew, you have been purchasing Crazy Kate's worthless hunks of fool's gold again, haven't you?
Well, Augustus, the poor woman has no other income, and I really just...
Ms. Killigrew, I have been here in Blue Butte for nearly 2 years, and have told you again that this glittery ore, commonly referred to as pyrite, is nothing but fool's gold. Now, I also thought I'd made it abundantly clear that it wasn't worth a red cent. But here you are, 2 years later, still giving that loony hermit woman good money right out of your own cash box. Will you ever learn?
Mr. Preston, I consider it a charitable contribution to a member of my community who is in need. Since Kate is far too proud to take handouts and frankly would rather starve, I find it much easier to let her bring in her worthless rocks. It saves her pride and saves me the trouble of chasing her down all the time to make sure she's getting enough to eat. And Mr. Preston, may I also remind you that the money box and the cash in it are mine to do with as I please and really have nothing to do with you.
Point taken, Ms. Killigrew. I'm simply trying to do your job as your state-appointed geologist and ensure you don't get taken for a ride, but if you insist on climbing aboard the stagecoach to poverty...
You can stop worrying about me, Easterner. When Colleen Killigrew gets on a stage, she jumps straight into the driver's seat. Now, I better not hear you say anything about this to Kate, or I will stretch your hide out on this here counter and tan it so good you'll have your own built-in saddle. You hear me? Howdy, Sheriff, Deputy.
Howdy, Colleen. Howdy, Miss Killigrew. Say, is this here rock collector bothering you? Because I can always fill his pants so full of lead he'll never come around you again. Kit, how many times I gotta tell you to put that thing away? Would you tell me this then? What's the point of wearing the star if I never get to do no gunplay? Even when someone bad comes to town and starts shooting up the place, do I ever get to fire back? No, you make me talk to him, try and calm him down. I spend hours and hours out in the hot desert picking needles off cactus with my six-shooter. And what for? Nothing. You gotta be the lawman who don't need a gun. But what about me? You ever consider my needs?
Trust me, Kit, when the time comes that talking don't do no good and the only chance left is a shootout, I'll step aside and let you lead the way.
Thanks, Sheriff. I appreciate it. Sorry about my outburst, Miss Killigrew. It's been a rough day down at the office.
Well, what's happened now?
We get to lock up Utah Bill, so Zeb's been down at the office complaining he needs Bill to move his cattle down to the depot. But I said we can't let Bill go till the judge arrives from DeSoto.
Well, why? What did Utah Bill do?
He shot Cody Colt, didn't he?
He killed Cody? Oh, no. No. Mother, it can't be true. My Cody's dead. There, dear. At least you know Cody died with his boots on.
He ain't dead. It only grazed his leg a little.
Cody's not dead?
He's fine.
Cody's alive? Well, you should have said so in the first place, rather than get a girl all worked up. Your fiance's about to be buried out of Boo Hill. Crazy cowboys.
I never said he was dead. He did get shot, though, even if it was only a little.
Well, little or not, Cody's pressing charges, so Bill has to stay locked up until the judge gets back.
Cody's pressing charges? That don't sound like him.
It's not him. It's Jack Barnes. He knows that with Utah locked up, Zeb don't have a foreman and can't move his cattle down to the depot.
Wow, it's the same old thing, isn't it? If it isn't the Rockin' J fighting it out with the Lazy B, then someone thinks someone else is cheating at cards or looking funny at his girl or trying to steal his horse. But the end result is always the same. Someone gets hurt or worse.
Sheriff! I've been hunting everywhere for you. Why the devil ain't you at the office guarding your prisoner? We got a would-be murderer down there, and here you're trying to talk Lee and giving you an extra lunch.
I ain't even had my first lunch yet.
No one believes that. You haven't missed a meal in at least 20 years.
What's got you so fired up, Jack?
You, that's what. If you're here, then who's guarding that sneaky killer, Utah Bill? No one. And Zeb York just rode into town and told me straight to my face that he's going to get to freeing his foreman whether you like it or not.
Don't get all worked up, Jack. Zeb ain't gonna take Utah without talking to me first. He's a law-abiding...
Law-abiding? How could you even be thinking of that after what Utah Bill and him pulled last night?
Zeb wasn't even in town last night. You can't blame him because his foreman lost his temper and shot Cody.
Well, at least you admit it was his foreman. Tell me, Sheriff, don't it seem a little strange that York's foreman happens to shoot my foreman right before the big count? I'm the only competition he's got, and York's foreman happens to shoot mine. It was a plot. That's what it was, a plot to ruin my ranch. Can't you guys see that? Blast! You blind. Well, I'm gonna have to do everything myself. But when you get back to the office and find Zebediah York laying dead, you'll have to admit I warned you. Get out of the way.
Well, we better get going, Colleen, before someone does get killed. Although, sometimes I think it'd be best just to let them shoot it out.
Agreed.
Men. It's the same old thing. It's no wonder women want the vote. Right, Cleo? You know, we know we're going to have to do something before they tear the whole world apart. Zebediah York and Jack threatening to kill each other. Utah and Cody shooting it out in the street. Who knows who will be next? And, you know, that Amos Flint just encourages it all with those card games of his. You'd swear he likes having his saloon shot up.
Miss Killigrew.
Mrs. York, how very to see you.
This is not a social call, Miss Killigrew.
We are not in the habit of making social calls to women who own their own businesses and refuse to take a husband?
It is an affront to all the institutions we hold dear.
I will not argue with the three of you about this any longer. Now, get out of my restaurant or...
Accept our apologies, Ms. Killigrew. This is not the subject we came to discuss. I am sorry that Eunice could not remember that.
Well, I guess, all right.
We are here because of the dire emergency that has arisen in our little town.
For the Blue Butte Ladies' Righteousness and Moral Correctness Society only activates itself during the most dire of emergencies.
And so we are here, demanding that you and your daughter stand with us against the latest threat to the very fabric of all that we hold near and dear. And since we realize that righteousness and moral correctness are not something that is a priority to you,
We were hoping to appeal to you, woman to woman.
And here, I thought the three of you were above mere womanhood.
Ms. Killigrew, we do not have time for this jocularity. Are you or are you not with us in fighting this most recent attack on Blue Butte?
Well, I don't rightly know, since you haven't told me what it is yet.
why, I'm speaking of this range war that is flared up again between my husband and Mr. Barnes of the Lazy Bee.
Range war? Okay. Cody Colt and Utah Bill got in a little shoot 'em up. I admit it wasn't the smartest thing either of them has ever done. But then again, neither of them has ever been noted for his brains in the first place. But you can hardly call that a range war.
Why, surely you have heard, Ms. Killigrew, that there has been much more than that. Why, just minutes ago...
Miss Killigrew, what am I to do? Please, you must help me.
Cordelia York, get up this instant and stop making a spectacle of yourself. One does not go to one's knees in public, especially not to a woman of doubtful reputation.
Oh, I don't think you doubt my reputation at all, Euphemia York.
Mother, but I was, and well, I'm sorry. I promise it won't happen again.
Mrs. York, you really must forgive her. She just heard about the arrest of Dusty Barnes.
You mean the arrest of Utah Bill?
Oh, no, Ms. Killigrew. I mean the arrest of Dusty Barnes for shooting Utah Bill in retaliation for Utah's shooting of his best friend, Cody.
Stop that wailing, Cordelia. If that no-good Dusty Barnes was arrested, so much the better. Now, if they will just arrest his father, perhaps the Lazy Bee will fall apart, and your father and his ranch will be safe.
Dusty is not no good.
That will be enough. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
Yes, Mama. Now you know why we're here, Miss Killigrew. Someone must find a way to stop the men from destroying themselves. And we want your pledge that you'll do all you can to help us in this noble cause.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. York. You can count on both me and my mother to help you stop this lunacy.
Well, Cleo, dear, I don't know that we can. I mean, men are just naturally stubborn and stupid. A difficult combination.
Well, if that's true, we'll never be able to get them to stop.
It's not true. All the other cowboys say they hate having to shoot each other.
They're men.
She's right. They're men, honey. You can't believe what they say.
Well, we can agree on one thing, Ms. Killigrew. In my own dealings with my husband, I find I must constantly be on guard for more of his prevaricating lies.
And they say they don't like it. But I never met a man yet who didn't love a good old shoot 'em up every once in a while. Why, I've known fellers that sat down together after the fight was over, still bleeding with bruised lips and black eyes, so they could try to figure out what they were fighting over in the first place, so they'd have a good story to tell their wives.
I believe it, the uncouth jackals. But if this is true, the school mom could be correct. We don't stand a chance at stopping these battles.
Oh, but we do, because as much as men like fighting, they like kissing even more.
Miss Killigrew, there are children present.
Do you want to stop this fighting or not?
Of course we do.
It's the sworn obligation of Blue Butte.
And the ladies' righteousness and moral correctness society.
Well then, we go on strike.
What?
We go on strike. No more cooking, cleaning, or kissing until the men agree to our terms. No more fighting.
Miss Killigrew, your plan has the potential to be very effective.
But only if we stand together. And so I want you to spread the word to every woman in town and meet me back here in an hour.
We will do as you suggest, Miss Killigrew, but only because of the dire emergency that has forced its way upon us.
We will be back in an hour with the other women, and I do hope you are correct in your judgment of our menfolk.
Oh, what we women won't do to save our men.
Well then, get busy and start saving. If this is going to work, we need every woman in town to agree to it. And so I want you to go round up those saloon girls from the Brawling Bowl.
You want them over here?
Well, no. But we need every woman in Blue Butte to agree to it. So you'd better go get them.
All right, if you say so, Mama.
Let's just hope this works, or Blue Butte will be a town of widows and old maids.
I can't believe Dusty was arrested. That's crazy.
With all of these scoundrels, Mrs. Barnes
Ladies,
is here.
ladies, if I
Who
could have your
invited
attention,
her?
please.
What's all fired important that I had to close down my store in the middle of the day?
I'm trying to tell you, Maud, if you and the other ladies would listen. Thank you. Now, ladies, I understand that we are all in agreement that something must be done to stop our men from killing each other. I mean, Beulah, your husband may be going after Zebediah York this very minute. They could be in caskets by sunset.
And that vicious old skinflint would deserve it too. Having our foreman shot and having my son locked up in jail.
Mrs. Barnes, my husband had nothing to do with Cody Colts being shot. However, your son definitely shot poor Utah Bill. He deserves to be hanged.
You old battle axe, he barely creased Utah's leg.
It's not my fault that your son is a terrible shot.
Ladies, please, we have more important.
And it's not my fault. Your husband is a yellow dog who convinces other people to do his dirty work.
My husband is a good, solid man and is most definitely not a dog.
Nobody. What are they doing here?
They were invited. If this is going to to work.
I refuse to be in the same building as women like that.
Too keen about being around.
Then leave! We don't
That's enough! Ladies, we are here to end this feud between our men, not to participate in it. Euphemia, what if Jack does go after Zeb? Are you ready to be a widow? Or Beulah, it could be the other way around just as easily. Or your boy, Dusty, he could end up dead. Want to bury your son? And I'll bet you wouldn't want to see that either, would you, Delia? Hetty, your husband is the sheriff. It's his duty to stop them if they get to fighting. And being caught in the line of fire is the surest way to get laid out in a coffin. And that's just where Deputy Kit will be too, Virginia. Allegra, Utah Bill may not be so lucky next time. And Cleo, Cody might not either. The point is, ladies, that they may be cheats, liars, two-timers, stay out too late, card-playing, hard-drinking, stubborn old troublemakers, but they're our troublemakers. And if we don't do something right quick, we'll have lost our entire herd.
You made your point, Colleen, but what do you expect us to do? The last time my husband listened to me was when I said yes to his marriage proposal.
I'm not asking you to talk to him. It's far too late for words. We need to take some serious action.
Well, start talking. Some of them jokers could be pacing off in the street right this very minute.
We go on strike. No more cooking, cleaning, or kissing until the men agree to put down their guns and stop fighting.
I don't know about them first two, but that no more kissing business is bound to do me.
Miss Price, you may be a woman of considerable experience, but must you insist on flaunting it in front of decent folk?
Mrs. York, I am as innocent as the day I was born. And I regret anything I may have said to make you think otherwise, despite the assumptions that you and the other good woman here may have about us. We are not after your men.
Yeah, who would want them? I sure wouldn't.
I don't know. That Sub York is a good-looking fellow.
Why, you leave my husband alone, or I'll rip your head off!
You're no better than them, are you? Here we are trying to save our town from destruction, and all you can do is act like wildcats. I'm ashamed of you. I am. I'm ashamed of every last one of you. You swore to stand by your men, and then the first time your chips are down, the first time we have to circle the wagons and fight off the enemy, what do you all do? You scream names and try to tear each other's hair out. Well, forget all about your men. Forget all about those promises you made about being true and doing whatever's necessary. Forget it all. All I wanted was for you to band together for a day or two. You can't even do that. You can't keep your mouths shut and swallow your pride, even though your man's life is on the line. God help us if that's all those promises of yours meant. I thought that the men were the ones not to be trusted, but I see now that I was wrong, dead wrong.
It was good of you to give us both these barrels, Colleen. Shoot, you could have taken each and every one of us down to that woodshed and given us a good old tanning. And we would have deserved it. No more fighting, right, ladies?
Until the men put down their guns, we're on the same side, Mrs. York. And I swear, I won't forget that again.
Nor will I, Miss Price.
You know, let's all take a vow right now that we'll stand together until our menfolk give in. We, the women of the Blue Butte, do solemnly swear.
We, the women of the Blue Butte, do solemnly swear
That we will stay true to each other and our cause.
That we will stay true to each other and our cause.
That we will not cook, clean, or kiss our men.
That we will not cook, clean, or kiss our men.
Until they put down their guns and stop killing each other.
Until they put down their guns and stop killing each other.
And any woman who breaks this treaty
And any woman who breaks this treaty
forfeits all rights to her man from that day forward. What's the matter, ladies? It will only be a couple of days.
What do you mean by forfeits all rights? Not that I don't agree. I just think we should all be clear on this last point.
I agree, we should be very clear. I think if you don't love your man enough to fight for him, no matter how hard it may be for you, for only 2 days, I think you don't deserve him. If you don't love him enough to do what's good for him, you shouldn't get to keep him. Everyone understand?
Yeah.
Forfeits all rights to her man from that day forward. Forfeits all rights to her man from that day forward.
Forfeits all rights to her man from that day forward.
Good. Now, I think we should all go to our homes and pack an overnight bag and prepare to spend the evening here at the watering hole.
Miss Killigrew, you have my complete support, but I see no need for my daughter and myself to bunk down like ranch hands.
Mrs. York, if we don't all spend the strike in the same place, how will we know who's keeping their promise and who isn't? Or do you think we can trust Allegra to keep her word?
And ladies, I expect you all to be back here within half an hour.
Miss Vance, looking particularly disturbed. I suppose that I was correct in my assumption that this was your major reason for coming west.
Eunice!
Mrs. Rice, not again.
After all, the school mom does have a certain visibility in the community.
Enid!
Which she uses every chance she gets. Enid.
As bad as the men.
Mama, do you really think this will work?
It'll work. If we can all just stick to our guns. Because even if one woman slips, the whole plan will fall apart and the menfolk will never give in. Now, you better get upstairs and start making up rooms. We're going to have a lot of guests tonight.
All right, Mama.
Did you hear that, Preston? These women are going to fill up everything.
There is no need to yell, Mr. Flint. I'm perfectly aware that if the men sign that treaty, there won't be any more funerals.
And no more funerals means no more land becomes available.
Which would effectively prevent us from controlling the vast quantities of gold we have located underneath the town. But that would mean the ladies' strike would have to work. And there's no way, do you think it will work?
If you're any kind of man at all, you know it's bound to work. Those men won't last 2 days without some kissing.
But these women just swore off their husbands. What makes you think they'll even care?
It's very simple. It's not about caring. It's not about love. It's not about affection. It's not about the why. It's about denial. Once these women give them the big freeze out, those men will stop at nothing to get a kiss. As soon as he knows he can't have it, it'll be the only thing he wants.
I've got it. We've got to get all the men in town out on the prairie. You know, organize something like a big buffalo hunt, you know, with a big old grand prize like a new saddle or a Bowie knife or I've got it. That life-size picture of that French can-can girl you got hanging up in the office.
You idiot! We ain't having no buffalo hunt.
Please, sir. I would appreciate it if you would quit accosting me with your chapeau.
And I would appreciate it if you were smarter than that wooden table. No, we've only got one choice. We have got to break this strike. Make sure the women give in before the men do. Do you know how we do that?
Oh, how do we do that?
Here's the plan. You are going to stay here. Talk to the women, convince them that if they continue with this silly strike scheme, that some other gal is going to steal their fella. Making sense?
But these women just swore off their husbands. What makes you think they'll even let me get close to them?
Somehow, I don't think they count you. Meanwhile, I'll round up the men. Killiger isn't the only one that can deliver a stirring speech. I'll keep those men so fired up angry, they won't give in for a month of Sundays.
Then the strike will be broken, and the men will keep fighting just like you planned.
And before long, Blue Butte will be nothing but a ghost town owned by you and me.
And then, suddenly, we'll discover gold here.
Now, don't mess this up, Preston. I'll be sure you have a permanent home up on Boots Hill.
Don't worry, Mr. Flint. You can count on me. Miss Vance, it's so nice to see you and looking so well, considering.
Considering what, Mr. Preston?
Well, the trials and tribulations of love do tend to weigh heavy on the feminine mind, don't they?
I do wish that you would speak plainly. I really don't have time for riddles.
Not if you're going to keep your man, you don't. Oh, Miss Virginia, don't be mad at me. I couldn't take it if you weren't speaking to me. You're the only educated person in this town. And like me, you are from the East. Oh, we have so much in common, and without you, I would be lost.
You may still converse with me, Mr. Preston. I simply saw no point in discussing matters with you when you refuse to be straightforward.
Well, it's just that, and I couldn't wait to tell you. But now that you're here, I don't even know where to start. Promise you won't be mad at me, but I only had your best interests at heart.
You're beginning to frighten me. Nothing's happened to Deputy Kit, has it?
He's not injured, if that's what you mean, but I fear he may have injured you.
I demand to know what you're talking about.
Well, this morning I came in here to check the rock samples, as I do several times a day. When the deputy came in here, he was very familiar with Miss Lily, one of the dancers. So I stepped in and asked about you, saying that if you were really his, then he should not be so familiar with Miss Lily. Miss Killigrew then stepped in saying, a man must sample many flowers before he finds the nectar that's right for him. Now, I, of course, was appalled by this philosophy and said as much. But then Kit accused me of bothering Miss Killigrew, pulled his revolver, and shot at me, forcing me from the premises.
Kit and Lily, I can't believe it.
Yes, I was shocked myself. Oh, Miss Virginia, if you ever do decide to leave Kit for his many indiscretions, please do remember that I will always be here for you.
Thank you, Mr. Preston. I do appreciate it.
Virginia, we're all meeting back here. And what are you doing here?
Oh, I was just finishing up my rock samples. I never had a chance to finish this morning after the deputy came in here, pulled his revolver, and shot at me, forcing me from the premises.
Well, you deserved it. Just hurry up.
Thank you again, Mr. Preston. Perhaps you'd like to call on me sometime this week, say Sunday afternoon?
I would be delighted.
Kit and Lily there.
You'd better be right, Flint, because I've had a pretty bad day.
Just because you lost that there shootout with me.
If the sun hadn't been in my eyes...
I suppose you'll be wanting a rematch at midnight so that nobody will see you turn yellow.
Yellow! I've been yellow day of my life, you mug sucker!
Gentlemen, can I help you with something?
I heard my wife was here, Colleen, and I'd like to speak with her.
And so would I.
Well, I'll see what I can do, gentlemen. But your wives have gone on strike.
Strike? What kind of dang fool nonsense is that? Hetty, get out here right now!
I'm afraid that's not possible, Jasper dear. I'm on strike. I'm not doing any cooking or cleaning or anything else until you all agree to our terms.
Beulah, forget this craziness and let's get out of here.
Can't do that, Jackson. I'm on strike too.
Euphemia!
I too refuse to leave until you cede to our demands, Zebediah.
Euphemia, may I speak with you in private?
Of course, Zebediah.
Beulah.
Jackson.
Hetty?
Jasper.
Euphemia, you're going to make me the laughingstock of this entire town.
Is that what you want? Because that's what's going to happen.
A man who can't even control his own wife? Where will my authority be in this town? We'll probably have to pack up and move.
How would you feel about that?
If that is the price for saving your life,
Then so be it. I'm willing to pay the price no matter how large, as long as
I still have you. Someday, I hope you can forgive me and
understand that I did what I thought was best for us and our family.
That's enough of this foolishness. I demand
That you come home with me this very instant and forget
all about this strike business.
I am afraid that's impossible, Zeb dear. No matter
how much I like to listen to you, I've taken a
vow and I can't go back on my word.
Well, you're going back on your word to me. Remember, you said you would love...
Love, honor, and obey.
Well, what happened to that, Beulah? What about your fat old baby? Or does that not
count anymore?
Of course it counts. It counts more than you could ever.
No, I may not be obeying you, but I am loving you.
And that part of the vow came before the obeying part. So I figured that I have to follow it first. When loving you and obeying you
match up again, I'll do just as you ask. But until then, I'll have to stay right here and do what's best for both of us.
I'm sorry, Jack.
I'm gonna give you one last chance, Beulah Barnes. You either
drop this crazy strike business, or I'm
going to start romancing
the next
one that comes through that door.
Do what you must hear.
Can't you crazy old loon?
Thanks for nothing, you batty old loon.
I can't believe you, Crazy Kate, just when we almost had them too.
Don't go yelling at me!
Oh, that's what I need. A good cup of refreshing water. Pour me one, Kate.
Get it yourself, you good-for-nothing sidewinders! I bet you will.
Thanks, Kit.
Well, men, it seems that the woman folk are mighty serious about this. Maybe we should consider their proposal. Well, I got 2 votes for considering the lady's proposal. Anybody ready to join up with the doc and the reverend?
I never thought of you say such a thing.
And I agree with my son. You call yourself a cowboy. I am ashamed of you, Cody Colt.
Well, you ain't gonna get much love until you do. I'm just thinking about the square dance tonight. Sure ain't gonna be much fun if I have to dance with you and Kit. Besides, how do we even hope to win if the 3 most powerful men in town can't get anywhere with their wives?
He's got a point. We are the most powerful men in town. And we didn't get nowhere with our wives.
Oh, come on, admit it. You said, I do, and from there on out, she told you what you do.
I know just what you mean. Whenever I'm up around the ranch house, she always tells me what to do. It's terrible. I hate it. It's terrible.
No, I think I just keep buying more land so I could get further away from Euphemia. It's the only way to get any peace and quiet.
I understand that. She always wants me to do stuff, talks to me, and it's terrible.
Well then, I'm sure the strike will be nothing for you 3 to put up with. After all, with Euphemia and little Beulah staying here at Colleen's place, well, you'll have just about all the peace and quiet you could ever dream of.
Euphemia's staying here with all them others? She must be real serious about this.
Well, I've never seen Beulah like this. I know that.
Maybe we should consider their request.
So what's a little gunfight? I guess we could learn to get along.
I gotta admit, I never realized until now how much you and I have in common, Jebediah.
Call me Zeb, Jack. Call out Colleen, Jasper. We're ready to surrender.
Wait a minute. Wait a dang blasted cotton-picking minute. Surrender? How can you be saying such a thing? You just say you've been fighting crazy and surrender? I'll never understand a married man. That's why I'm single. You always find someone to give you affection without all this do business.
Well then, why don't you show us how it's done, Miss Flint?
That's right. Let's get Daphne out here and see how far you can get with her.
Because she is the flower of your moment. I mean, that was what you were saying last night, so.
No, gentlemen. That was your first mistake.
What was?
Isn't it obvious? Letting her know you wanted to talk. You should have acted as if you didn't even realize she was gone. Making sure to drive her mad. And she would be eating out of the palm of your hand by supper.
Well, maybe some of you single fellers should try it. You can't get nowhere with a wife but a lady friend.
Now, there's a different story. Utah Bill, Cody? Cody, one of you fellas want to try?
I'll do it.
Yeehaw! We have ourselves a fighter, gentlemen! Hey, Coley! Call out Miss Virginia Vance, the schoolmarm. Deputy Kit Keenan would like to have a word with her.
And remember your vow. Be strong or you'll lose him forever.
I'm not sure I want him anymore. Flirting with that Lily girl.
Dakota, my brother and savior of my life, I come with news.
Hey, Cree. Glad you can make it. Can you hang on just a second? I need to pay attention to what's going on here.
But this is a matter of great importance. The entire town could be in jeopardy.
And I'm doing my best to fix it. Now, do me a favor, will you? Go stand behind Mr. Flint. He's been acting mighty strange, and I'd like to know what he's saying.
Now, I never did say anything as silly as a human being. You sit right there, Cree, and you'll get yourself one amazing show.
You're a lot smarter than you look, aren't you?
Yeah.
The weather turned out powerful nice today, didn't it?
Why, yes, I'd have to agree with that. Now, yesterday was a mite too hot for me, Deputy Keenan.
Now that sure is the truth. But we got a breeze coming in from the west today, and it seems to be keeping things cooled off.
If you don't hurry things up, boy, the strike's gonna be over before you get off the weather.
You didn't do so well on your turn, so let me handle this my way. Miss Virginia. Miss Virginia. You'll excuse me for 1 second, Miss Virginia. Okay.
Go. Amos did the hat thing and broke my hat.
Now, Jenny, perhaps we can talk like civilized folk.
Well, perhaps I don't want to talk to you, Deputy Keenan.
What in the tarnation is the matter with you?
Why don't you tell me?
As far as I'm concerned, there ain't one little thing wrong with you. You're nigh on the perfect.
Well, I find that difficult to believe, Deputy.
Did I forget a birthday or something? I mean, I must have did something to deserve this North Pole treatment.
And you, of course, you have no idea what you did, do you?
Jenny, honey, all I know is that you, the sweetest thing I ever laid my eyes on. And if you don't agree to marry me right now, I might have to go out to the desert and kill myself.
What did you say?
I asked you to marry me, you stubborn woman. I meant right here in front of everybody. I love you more than anything I ever see, even more than my gun. So will you marry me, Miss Virginia Vane?
Of course I'll marry you, kid.
Forfeits, all rights.
But I won't marry you or even kiss you until you decide to sign that treaty and give into our demands, saying no more gunfighting.
Yeah! Go get it! Stay strong!
I wouldn't sign that treaty of yours if you was the last woman on earth. There's plenty of other women out there who'd love to marry them a good-looking, fast-shooting deputy, and they'd never ask him to give up his gun neither. They'd just be glad they had a husband who could defend them, instead of trying to change a man into a crying, whimpering, scaredy cat of a geologist.
That is just like you, you big bully, to pick on someone who never did you any wrong, just like you did this morning.
He deserved it. And I'll give it to him again right now if you'd like to see it.
So you admit shooting it, Mr. Preston?
Admit to it. I never try and hide it when I chase off farming.
Well then, you run off to your other women. I don't give a fig for what you do with your personal life. I mean, it's not like we were promised to each other or anything. I know that I, for one, have continued to see other men.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's just grand. Because you sure didn't keep me from seeing other women neither.
So I've heard. Good day, Deputy Keenan.
Good day, schoolmarm.
Men, I'm telling you it's the only way. You've tried everything else. The one thing left to do, the only thing left to do, is to show these women how useless this strike really is.
I hate to admit it, fellers, but he may be right.
You don't have any other choice.
Well, I don't know, fellas. It seems to me that...
And it seems to me that you, sir, have been all for giving in to women's demands since the very beginning. You must be some kind of yellow coward, afraid of a little lady's temper.
Now, you best be careful what you're saying, Mr. Flint. I don't usually get mad, but...
But what? Gonna go hide behind some little lady's skirts? Probably been doing that since you were a little boy, hiding behind your mama's skirts. I'd be willing to bet your mama can't hide us all. Try as she might.
That's it! Get off of me!
Abigail, stop it this instant!
Yeah, come on!
Ladies, we men are just natural born fighters. We've been doing it for centuries and there just ain't no keeping us from it.
Hello there. Thank you all for coming to the first half of Those Wild West Women. My name is Josh Brown. I'm the director for the other cast. Right now, we'll move into a brief intermission, about 15 minutes long, where you're welcome to hang out in here, in the lobby, and meet your favorite actors and actresses. Straight out those doors, we have a snack bar, and then if you leave those doors and go to the right, there's also restrooms that are available as well. Immediately following the intermission, we'll have a short skit that was directed by Race Tidmore, and then we will continue our presentation of Those Wild West Women. Thank you for coming.
Good for the elephant. Why is it purple?
Someone's mic isn't getting turned off. I can't tell whose it is though. Or for you. It's not Maddie's. Yeah. Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
It is.
Just remember, I'm standing by the queen. You made it hard for me last time when you did.
I don't think so.
You made it hard for me.
Who's the first one out? You guys.
And I'm after her.
Okay, go. Point out. Yeah. Go ahead. Go. Okay, put this on the platter out there. Oh, wait, but they're still talking. You'll pull it? Yeah. They'll be quiet as soon as they see
Okay.
Wait to say your lines until they're quiet. You can get all the way out there. Wait for it, because it'll be quiet. Yep, go. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear, the king will not be happy about this. He will not be happy at all.
That was amazing.
The king is coming. The king is coming. Make way for the king. The king is on his throne. Let those who have business draw near.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is the kingdom of perfection, the happiest kingdom on earth. But why are there no smiling faces in my kingdom this morning?
I'm afraid the news isn't good, Your Majesty. Send in the prisoners!
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Dad.
Children, when I'm on the throne, you must call me Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Can anyone tell me why my children are being held prisoner?
They have broken the laws of the kingdom, Your Majesty.
Children, would you care to explain?
It's no big deal, Daddy. I mean, Your Majesty. Yeah, Dad. I don't know what all the fuss is about.
We shall see. Read the charges.
The princess is charged with cheating on her school test.
Sounds pretty serious to me. Would you care to explain?
It was just a weekly quiz.
Who is the accuser here?
This is Mrs. Twig, our daughter's teacher.
Mrs. Twig, is this true? Did my daughter really cheat on her test?
She was taking a test. I saw her look at her neighbor's test and her answer. And when I looked at both their tests, they both had the same wrong answer.
That's cheating. Cheating is not allowed in our perfect kingdom. Princess, what do you have to say for yourself?
I forgot to study for the test, but I didn't want to admit it to anyone. So I cheated.
This kind of selfishness is not allowed in the kingdom of perfection. Read the charge against my son.
The prince is charged with greed and disobedience.
Makes it sound like something real serious. It's not like I stole from the poor or anything. What's the fuss over a few cookies, Dad? I mean, Your Majesty.
Who's the accuser here?
Both I and the royal cook are the accusers in this case, Your Majesty.
Please explain.
The royal cook had just baked a batch of cookies, and the prince had eaten several of them before I told him that more would spoil his appetite for dinner.
But he ate more anyway?
Yes, Your Majesty. When he thought I was not looking, he ate 2 more cookies and put a handful in his pockets.
Children, do you know the name of this kingdom? That's right. The name of this kingdom is perfection. The reason people move here when they could live anywhere else in the whole world is because this is the happiest kingdom on earth. And the reason this kingdom is happy is because people are kind and generous with one another. If they were not, this would not be a perfect kingdom, and no one would want to live here. I can't let you get away with being selfish in a perfect kingdom.
Yeah, but it was just a handful of cookies. It was just a silly quiz, Dad.
Children, even the slightest hint of selfishness creates unhappiness. And in order to ensure this kingdom remains a happy place to live, we cannot allow any selfishness, no matter how small it may seem to you. What is the penalty for this kind of selfishness?
The law calls for selfish people to be banished from the kingdom forever, Your Majesty.
You mean expel them? Kick them out?
Yes, Your Majesty. That is the way the law reads. The wording is very clear.
But this won't do. This will not do at all. These children are the heirs to my throne. They will rule this kingdom someday.
There may be a way out of this predicament, Your Majesty.
Oh, how so?
The Bible says, folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far from him.
You mean a spanking for the prince and princess?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Very well. I hereby pass the sentence of spanking for my selfish children.
Are you sure this is what you want to do, Your Majesty?
I have only two choices in this case. Either the children must be banished from the kingdom of perfection forever for their selfishness, or they must be severely punished. I don't see any other way to maintain the perfection and happiness of the kingdom. Do you?
I suppose not, Your Majesty.
My queen?
Although it pains me to see my children punished, I don't see any other way.
Well then, the penalty for selfishness shall be spanking, and the penalty shall be carried out immediately. On me!
Did you say you will take their punishment, Your Majesty?
That is right. I will step down from my throne, and I will take the punishment for my selfish children, so that they may remain in my kingdom forever.
I'm really sorry, Daddy.
Number one.
Punishment for his children, so they may remain in his kingdom. Let the kingdom rejoice and be glad in his sacrifice.
Is it supposed to bleed that much?
It will for a couple of hours.
Ugh. How tedious. And your shirt's broken, not sprained?
Almost 90% sure.
Ugh. Wonderful. Here's a little bit looser.
It needs to be tight for it to work.
Well, looks like you're free to go.
Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it.
Well, that's my job. Now, if you'd excuse me, I better go in the back and make sure that the ladies are all right.
Wow, I sure took a beating in that brawl.
Oh, is that why I heard so much? Thank you for telling me.
Well, I was just surprised, that's all. I never knew you liked fighting so much.
I don't. I happen to hate pain.
But you just kept going back in again and again, trying to make that Cody Colt more and more angry. I mean, As a matter of fact, you started the whole thing. Everyone knows you don't say anything against a cowboy's mother, but you did. Every time you could slip off and escape, you just jumped right back in again. And that Cody Cole, he packs a real punch, I assure you. But you didn't care. I stayed away from him during that fight, I assure you. But you just went back in, trying to make him more and more angry, fighting and fighting.
Now I know why you went into geology.
Why is that?
Because you're as dumb as a box of rocks. That's why.
What did I say?
All the right things. But you just don't listen. Yes, I wanted Cody Cole to get angry enough to hit me. Yes, I kept jumping into that fight and swinging punches. And yes, I hate pain and getting socked in the jaw. Doesn't that tell you anything?
That you're pretty stupid yourself?
No, you... No, you idiot! That although I personally hate pain, I needed that fight to take place. Those men were all getting a little bit too chummy. Remember our plan? We need the men of this town to keep feuding, and they weren't. So, a good knockdown fight is just what the doctor ordered.
Wait, Doc is on our side too?
Oh, you are amazing. No, the doctor is not on our side! It was a figure of speech, you knucklehead!
Oh.
All I'm saying is that we needed a fight to set the whole proceedings back a little. And I made sure we got one. Did you happen to notice that when they left, some of those men weren't on speaking terms anymore? Jack and Zeb, they're practically spitting fire at each other. And Utah Bill and Dusty Barnes, well, they're practically ready to start shooting at each other again. And you know what the best part is? You know the best, most perfect part of what my actions achieved is? Each and every one of those fools blames the women. Our plan is working perfectly, thanks to me.
You are an evil son of a gun. I like that in a villain.
Now, let's go. We need to keep the fires of hatred burning bright in this town.
Boy, I sure have missed you, honeysuckle.
Oh, Dusty. Now you just stop that, Dusty Barnes.
Stop what, sugar? Can't a man get a little loving from his girl?
Not when she's on strike, he can't.
You can't be serious, Delia, darling. You ain't really in on this strike thing, are you? I thought you was just doing it because your mother made you.
Yes, I am in on this strike, and Mother didn't have a thing to do with it. I'm a grown woman,
You sure enough are.
and I can make up my own mind. And I made up my mind to join the other women of this town in this grand and glorious cause.
Come on, Prairie Rose. How about a quick kiss?
Not until you sign that treaty saying no more fighting. After I found out that you shot Utah Bill, I knew that was the only way we could ever be happy.
You mean to tell me that if I hadn't shot Utah Bill this morning, you wouldn't be on strike?
It was the final straw.
But Delia, darling, I did that for us, for you and me, so that we could be together.
What a wonderfully romantic thing to do. Shoot another cowboy. Are you gonna bring me his spurs as a symbol of your victory in battle? Or are you gonna scalp him so I can wear it around my belt?
That's not what I meant. Now, will you just listen to me for a minute?
I'm sorry. What does your shooting of Utah Bill have to do with you and me?
I was trying to convince your father that I ain't so bad after all. You know how he hates cowboys.
Oh, too well.
That he never let me marry you.
Must we discuss this?
Well, he was so mad at Utah Bill for shooting Cody Colt, slowing down his cattle drive the way he did. And he was even madder because my dad, Jack Barnes, and the Lazy Bee were going to get their cattle to the railroad station ahead of him. That I decided to help him out and prove to him once and for all that I deserved his daughter's hand.
Of course. Commit murder and win his love and admiration. Why didn't we think of it before?
I only shot him in the leg. Do you really think I'm that bad a shot? If I wanted to kill him, he'd be 6 feet underground this very minute. I only wanted to do to him what he did to Cody. I think we should remember that Utah Bill started this whole thing. I only wanted to even things up a bit so that York and the Lazy Bee would have the same trouble getting to the station and your father wouldn't go broke.
Oh, Dusty, I'm sorry. Did it work? Does Daddy like you now?
At first he did. At first he thought I was the greatest cowhand on this side of the Rio Grande. But after that brawl here in the saloon, well, he's pretty much decided that I'm more worthless than ever.
Wow, what happened during the brawl?
Well, I went to punch Utah Bill and hit your father instead. Look, Delia, why don't you come around from that chair so that we can talk like two people who are promised each other should talk?
Oh, no. This chair is my protection.
Protection? From me?
That's right.
Darling, I got news for you. If I wanted to give you a squeeze, that chair ain't gonna do you any good at all.
Seems to be working fine so far.
Is that so?
Stop it, Dusty. Stop it this very instant.
That's not what you said to me last Friday after the barn raising. You told me to never stop kissing you.
That was before the strike.
Forget about that blasted strike. You've got a man who loves you right here. And you can't tell me that you're not as desperate for his kisses as he is to give them to you.
We can't. We mustn't. You don't understand.
I understand one thing, and that's if I don't get one little kiss from you this very second, I'm gonna explode. Please, just one little kiss. Just one little bit of loving.
Dusty, please don't start begging. I can't hardly resist you when you start pleading like that.
And I'm pleading, sweetie. I'm begging so hard that my insides are about to shrivel up into nothing. Please, just one little kiss to show me how much you still love me, how much you still need me.
Cordelia! Cordelia York, where are you?
And that's why you should sign the treaty.
I have been looking for you everywhere, dear. Ms. Kayla Grew asked for volunteers to begin making up beds and assigning sleeping places, and I volunteered the both of us. This way we can make sure that we have a decent place to sleep. And besides, I wanted to make sure that my little girl didn't have to stay in the same room as one of those showgirls.
Yes, Mama.
Well, we'd better get started. Some of the others are preparing a nice little supper, and we won't want to be late. Some of the ladies eat more than is proper, and if we aren't there on time, there won't be anything left. Come along.
Dang, blast it all.
Glad to see I'm not the only one having a bad day. Yep, that's exactly how I feel after that humiliation I thought was a marriage proposal.
Just don't understand it, Kit. Yesterday, everything seemed to be going just fine with Delia and me. I mean, we had all that trouble with our father, him hating cowboys and all, which is why we decided to keep our romance in a secret. But I always thought that Delia and I would win out, but now I'm just not so sure anymore.
I get it, Dusty. One second, you got the sun on your back and a pretty woman on your mind. The next second, your horse is throwing you and the herd's stampeding.
I was kind of shocked to find out that you and Miss Virginia had been seeing other people. I mean, you and I have been pals for a long time, and you kind of led me to believe that there ain't no other women for you.
There ain't.
Yep, I kind of thought you might be lying.
Well, I couldn't let Jenny think she'd been the only one that been slipping around behind the barn.
You know she hasn't been, not Jenny. She probably just said that to get even with you, because she thought that you had been out running around.
You're probably right, but it don't really matter now anyways.
Why, you over her?
I don't think I'll ever be over her. You don't get over someone as pretty as Jenny.
Then why don't it matter?
She's a stubborn woman. She won't ever bring herself to talk to me again.
Well, maybe you'll have to be the one who talks first.
You were there. I proposed to her in front of the whole town. She's gonna slap me in the face. A man shouldn't have to face that kind of humiliation once in a lifetime, let alone twice. No, you mark my words. It's over for me and Miss Virginia Vance.
Yeah, I think it's over for me and Delia, too.
Now, you and Delia are a whole different story. She's not mad at you, is she?
I don't think so.
And she hasn't humiliated you in front of the whole town, has she?
No.
She still thinks you got the prettiest eyes this side of the Pecos, doesn't she? Dusty? Dusty, what happened?
Nothing. Not a dead-burn thing. For the first time in my life, I couldn't even get a kiss out of a girl. Not the littlest bit of a smooch. There must be someone else, because she sure didn't seem to be affected by me in any way.
Delia wouldn't kiss you?
Nope.
Did you ask her for one? I mean, straight out, point blank, so there wasn't any mistake in it?
Kid, I begged her, Kit. I did everything I knew how to make a woman want to kiss you. I got real close and breathed in her ear and kissed her on the neck. I did everything I knew how to make a woman want to kiss you. Even some things I didn't know I knew.
And no kiss?
Nope. All she wanted to do was talk about that blasted strike.
And right there's the problem. I really thought Jenny was going to accept my marriage proposal. Then Colleen yelled some of that strike business at her, and she froze up quicker than a snake in January.
Maybe you're right. Maybe as soon as this whole strike thing is over, things will go back to being normal.
Sure they will. Of course, maybe a while before this strike is over.
But I can't wait a while, Kit. If I don't get a kiss from Delia pretty soon, I'm going to have to go punch Utah Bill in the face a few more times.
And there's the issue. The less loving we get from our ladies, the more fine we going to do with each other.
Which only makes them more and more determined to stay away from us until we sign that treaty.
It's like being trapped in a box cannon with 5 cattle rustlers and 4 bullets. Any way you look at it, you're going to end up scalped.
Why can't they just see that men are just born to fight?
Well, they're going to see a lot more fine real soon.
Cody, what are you talking about?
Now who shot who?
Oh, nothing like that. Cree here just told me that Custer Tarnation's heading this way. He should be here within the next couple of hours.
Custer Tarnation. The Custer Tarnation. and he's headed for Blue Butte.
Afraid so.
Then we gotta warn everybody. And get the guns loaded and the windows boarded up. And the women. We better sneak them all out of town, out into the desert somewhere like
the old Thompson Ranch out north of town. No one ever think of looking there.
Yeah, they should be safe there. And then we'll be free to teach that Custard Tarnation a thing or two about this town.
He won't catch us off guard like he did Cactus Gulch. They never did rebuild that town after Tarnation went through.
Well, he's gonna find out that Cactus Gulch and Blue Butte are two different towns, that's for sure. The men in Blue Butte aren't ready to tackle a big-time bank-robbing, horse-thieving gunfighter like him. That's for sure.
As all fired worked up as we are right now, we jump at the chance of a brawn gunfight with someone like Custard Tarnation.
If the woman let you, that is.
When they find out it's Custard Tarnation coming to town, they'll let us. Are you two thinking what I'm thinking?
If you're not, you're gonna be real excited when I tell you what we gonna do.
Oh, hurry up. We ain't got much time. Tarnation should be here by sundown. You better have this all taken care of by then.
The only real problem I see is getting Cree to go along with it.
Oh, no, you don't.
I should have listened to my mother. Gone to college instead of chasing cowboys.
Well, it is heartening to see that you ladies at least know how to set a proper table.
Why, thank you, Miss York. You know, just because we happen to be dancers doesn't mean that we're completely lacking manners.
And it doesn't mean we're ladies of the evening either. Although I doubt we'll ever be able to convince you of that.
Miss Allegra, we committed ourselves to a truce until this strike was over. I would appreciate it if you would remember that.
Sorry, Miss York. My mouth does get the better of me at times. Will you please forgive me?
Of course. Come, Cordelia. We will have to make up the last of the beds down here, since the upstairs seems to be full.
Yes, Mama.
And, as a matter of record, I have always been aware that you weren't ladies of the evening. as you put it. Simply don't approve of the way you show your legs when you dance. If I had thought you were bad girls, I would have never spoken to you in the first place.
She meant it, about knowing we weren't floozies, I mean. Well, if that's how she treats dancers, I'd hate to see how she treats a real lady of the evening.
You ain't kidding there. She is the most upright, persnickety snob of a woman I have ever met in my entire life. At least that's what I've always thought. But now here she is, coming along and acting almost human. Twice! You'll see that there is hope for her, yes.
Did you hear that, girls? 2 more days locked up together, and I bet Allegra and Euphemia become bosom buddies. And they can fix up each other's hair and try on each other's clothes. And tell each other their most innermost and private secrets.
All I said was that there was hope for the woman.
And Allegra could teach her all the latest dance steps. That's the one I want to see. Euphemia York doing the can-can.
If Euphemia's doing it, you're gonna have to call the can-can.
Well, I'm glad to see somebody's having fun. Sorry, Allegra was telling jokes.
It's fine as long as the table's got it.
They're all finished, just waiting on you. We're all finished too.
If someone will just take these platters and set them on tables, we'll go get the rest of the food.
Girls, don't you look nice?
Thank you.
Is it good?
Potatoes?
I did. You like it? You're gonna like them.
This smells absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
If I may say a grace before we start eating. Lord Almighty, I thank you for the ladies that are here today. I pray that you bring those bullheaded men to their senses. Please bless this food to our bodies. And all the ladies said, Amen.
Amen.
I wonder what Jasper's having for supper tonight.
Well, if he's anything like Jack, he's starving to death. The extent of his cooking knowledge is putting butter on bread.
That's just what I'm worried about.
Now, Hetty, remember your vow. You must be strong.
I know. I may complain about him all the time, but I really do care for that old skunk. And the idea of him climbing in that bed all alone and hungry enough to eat a horse to boot, it just makes me want to cry.
Now, Hetty, don't start blubbering like a newborn calf. If everything goes according to plan, you'll not only get to spend the evening at home with your husband, but you'll get to feed him and dance with him at the square dance beforehand.
Oh, God, so sweet. Try and cheer me up. But you saw those men this afternoon. They're fighting worse than ever. They about destroyed your place here. Jack and Sam are madder than I ever seen them before. And Jasper's so mad at me that I'm afraid he just might do something really stupid to try and prove a point. Like getting a gunfight himself.
Hetty, I don't believe for 1 second that Jasper Kane would ever
He would. If he thought he'd win him the argument, he'd do it in a heartbeat. One time, we got in a fight because I told him to be careful about walking around behind that mule of ours. He insisted that it wasn't that dangerous. I said a man could get killed getting kicked in the head by one of those things. He told me what a fool I was to believe in silly stories like that. But I kept insisting until finally he went out there and got himself kicked in the head on purpose. Just to prove it could happen to a man and he could live through it.
I remember when that happened. You mean to tell me you did that on purpose?
As sure as I'm sitting here.
Oh, honey, you got yourself one bull-headed man.
I know. And I'd like to keep him.
We must stay strong. The next few hours will see us win not just a battle, but the entire war if we continue to hold our purpose in front of us and march towards it with determination.
But who wants to win the war if you've already lost your man?
It's too late. I've already lost her.
It's not too late. It's not. We have the weapon to win the war sitting right in front of you, and you're too busy crying to even see it. This is the weapon that will bring a man to his knees as quick as anything. You said it yourself, Hetty. They can't get themselves a meal to eat, even if they had to. And that means they'll be starved, and that means they haven't eaten since breakfast. And that means when they come in here and they see and smell this food, they'll sign anything we ask them to, as long as we share these victuals with them.
You could be right, Colleen. Whenever I want something from Jasper, all I have to do is bake up a batch of these here biscuits of mine.
And Jack would hike 10 miles for a baked potato.
And Sid would just about plow an entire field for a piece of fried chicken.
I told you they were so for that woman.
The point is, ladies, that this will be the final blow.
Not that I want to be disagreeable or anything. I do see one small flaw in your plan, Colleen.
Don't say another word. Virginia, what did I have you do while the rest of us were making up supper?
You had me go find Doc Connors and Reverend Shaw and tell them to round up all the men to meet us here for one last chance to solve this whole problem.
And what time were the men supposed to be here?
Right after supper.
And since we've established that the men can't cook, I figure that means no supper, which means they should be showing up any minute now. Oh. Why, gentlemen, you're a little early. We haven't quite finished supper yet.
Why, it looks like you haven't even gotten started.
Oh no, this is second helpings. Right, ladies?
Which one is it?
What do you mean, Mama?
Don't play games with me, Cordelia York. You obviously have a man somewhere over there, and you're afraid of losing him. As your mother, I demand to know which one it is. It isn't
Augustus Preston, is it?
Mama, of course not. It's him, Dusty Barnes.
Not bad, honey. He just might do.
Aren't you mad? Aren't you going to say you'll never let me marry him and I have to find someone else?
No.
But Daddy said he'd never let me marry a cowboy.
That's because your father was a cowboy himself once, and he knows what they're really like. Look, sweetie, you just worry about making up with Dusty. I'll handle your father.
Thank you, Mama. Hey! Whoa! Get away! Hey, Dusty Barnes, I didn't see you standing there.
That figures. You hardly seem to care about me anymore.
What could ever make you say such a thing?
Oh, I don't know. How about this afternoon, when I couldn't even get a kiss out of the girl I love?
You know I had no choice. We were in the middle of a strike.
There's the whole problem. If you just drop this whole lousy strike idea.
It is not a lousy idea. It is a grand and glorious thing. Someone has to save you from yourself.
Save me from myself?
That's right. All this gunfighting going on, someone is going to get killed. And I don't want it to be you.
What makes you think I was gonna lose? Who knows? Maybe I would have won.
And then you would have gone to jail for murder. Can't you see, Dusty? If you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. Please, won't you sign the treaty?
I can't believe that you'd really want a man who won't carry a gun. I mean, what if you suddenly need defending sometime, like if some murderer showed up in town and was threatening to hurt you?
Nothing like that would ever happen here in Dubuque. Please, won't you at least consider signing the treaty?
I don't see why it matters. Your father won't never let me marry you anyway.
Yes, he will. I talked to Mother and she promised to fix everything. There's nothing that can stop us now.
Dearly, that's...
Not until you sign the treaty.
Dang, blast it all, Delia.
Careful there, Miss Vance.
I apologize most sincerely, Deputy Keenan. I didn't realize you were anywhere around.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, but I think I should be the one apologizing.
I ran into you. Why would you be apologizing to me?
I almost hate to have to confess this, but this afternoon, well, ma'am, I went out and lied to you.
That's entirely out of character. Out of character for you.
It is entirely out of character for me. Normally, I'd never dream of telling a lie to a lady, but I was so consumed with jealousy.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, it's like this. This afternoon when you said you've been seeing other men, I got so off-out jealous that I told you I've been seeing other women. That ain't true. I ain't even looked at another woman since I first saw you.
And you're sure you're not lying now? The only reason I said anything about other men was because I had been led to believe that you were seeing Miss Lily Smith. I haven't even looked at another man since I first saw you.
Lily Smith? Whoever told you that is a dirty skunk. Truth is, I'm in love with you, Jenny.
Kit, I'm in love with you too, but not until you sign that treaty.
So, did you men have a nice supper?
Oh, it was Jim Dandy. Zeb kept telling us he knew how to cook, but we didn't believe him. And then he came rolling out with all these plates of food, and we learned it was true.
That food was terrible.
He can't tell the women that.
Zeb, dear, I had no idea. Once this strike is over, I'll have to let you do the cooking every now and then.
Yeah, well, why don't we discuss that after the strike is over?
Maybe we should go over to the Prawn Bowl and Colleen, when you're ready, you can send someone over for us.
We're basically ready now, Jasper. Here, let me clear a spot for you. You can sit down right beside me.
Don't worry, I think I'll just stand.
Oh. Colleen, you got us here. Now what do you want?
The same thing we wanted before, Zebediah. We want you to sign our treaty.
No, we won't, Euphemia. Now, if that's all, we'll just head back over to the Brawling Bowl.
Well, ain't you gonna stay for the Friday night dance?
We thought the dance would be canceled for sure, seeing as we can't hug you.
We thought that dancing was off limits too.
It is.
What are we supposed to do at this dance? Dance with each other?
My idea of having a good time is not dancing with no deputy. Nothing personal, kid.
None taken.
Well, we don't expect you to dance with each other.
Then there's no point in us staying. Come on, men. Everything's on the house back at the Brawling Bowl.
Quick, Colleen, you've got to do something. If they all go over there, they'll be shooting each other dead by midnight.
Allegra and Lily and the girls have worked up some entertainment for you all.
Quick, you've got to do something to keep them here. Just dance, anything. Do that can-can thing. They really like that.
But you think? I thought you were totally and utterly against the can-can.
That was before I was fighting for my husband. Now get up there and can-can like you've never can-canned before.
Surely, Euphemia, we did not hear correctly. You didn't just encourage those girls to do the can-can, did you?
It was because of that evil dance that we formed the Ladies' Righteousness.
Oh, Breakfast Society?
In the first place.
That was before we went to war, ladies. This is the final battle. Make no mistake. And if those men get back over to the Brawling Bowl, we'll have some dead men on our hands. In my opinion, the can-can is a lesser evil than murder. And if the can-can is the only way to keep them here and end this once and for all, then I say, let them do it.
I can't believe you're serious.
Enid, darling, if I thought it would help, I would be up there canning my can this very second.
Y'all ready back there? Ready? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And now, without further delay, the
the water, everything. There'll be high-stakes poker, And there'll be indoor target practice. First person to shoot a poker chip off of the piano player's head gets a saddlebag full of poker chips.
Well, one more time, ladies! Woo!
That's it! I give! Where do I sign?
If you don't do exactly as I say, I have to kill all of you.
You came to the wrong town to stop Custer Tarnation.
That's right. Doorman ain't afraid of you. So you best get back on your horse and get out of here before they pull out their guns and chase you off.
Yeah, just get back on your horse and keep on riding, and we'll pretend this didn't happen.
And if I don't?
Show him, Jasper.
But I can't. I've given my word, and I've signed your treaty, and I won't fire another gun as long as I live.
Jasper, what are you doing?
Kate, do something.
I will. Sir, take this as a gift. I and all the men of this town have taken a vow to never shoot another gun as long as we live. So I'll no longer be needing it.
Kit, no!
Kit, you're being a faithful man.
I do what I can to impress my lady.
Well, you're doing a great job. You should impress all the other ladies.
Well, this must be my lucky day. Yeah, just set him there. Yeah. Have a great day, buddy.
You too.
Yeah. Not every day that happens.
Have a nice day.
Not easy.
Take whatever it is you want and just leave, Mr. Tarnation. I mean, I love my wife dearly, but just without my gun, I can't protect her. So she's yours.
Beulah!
Why? It's been a long time since I've been married. No, second thought, I'd rather have them two.
No! Allegra!
Ah,
I'm sorry, Cody.
who are you?
We may be blood brothers, but I just can't do it.
Well, if you're, then that's the real Coastal Tarnation.
Allegra!
That's enough of these games. I'm here for the gold, and I want it now. Now, if you can give it to me, I have to start shooting me some townspeople.
But we don't have any gold.
It's not the story I heard from the geologist over in Cactus Gulch. Just as I was getting ready to shoot him, he begged for mercy, told me that if I spared his life, he'd tell me where the greatest mother lode of gold was in the entire Western Territory.
He was obviously lying, just to try to save his own skin.
Well, it didn't work. I shot him anyway.
And he he tricked me too. There's no gold here in Blue Butte.
Yes, there is, Colleen. Don't you remember? I sold you like an itty bitty little piece of it for $10 this morning. I kind of scammed her too.
Like, you can't listen to her. She's off in the head.
Off in the head.
You know the type.
There's no gold here in Blue Butte. We sure have tried, but we have not found the treasure.
You cannot fool Custer Tarnation. Even if she is crazy, that geologist in Cactus Gulch was not. He insisted that the gold was here, up to the second that I shot him.
How would he know if there's any gold here in Blue Butte? He hasn't even been here.
Your local geologist told him. He said that he and his partner had a scheme going. I was going to make the two of them rich beyond their wildest dreams. That Blue Butte was sitting on a rich vein of gold. The two of them had figured out how to get all of it for themselves.
We were just waiting. We were going to tell you once Augustus here finished all his tasks. We didn't want to get your hopes up. Isn't that right? We were going to tell you. We promise.
That's why Augustus kept coming in here and taking away all of Kate's fool's gold away. Because it wasn't fool's gold at all, it was real gold.
Yeah! And that's why he kept trying to get us all to fight with each other.
Yeah, sure. If we got mad enough at each other, we'd start killing each other. And every person who died be one less person he'd have to share with.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We weren't going to share with any of you.
Shut up, you idiot!
We were going to wait until everyone was dead or had moved away, and then we would take all the gold for ourselves.
Shut up, you idiot!
Why, you low down snakes!
We should tar and feather them right now.
Hey, everyone. Stop it, guys. As the sheriff of this town, I can't let you do that. But if it happens to happen while I'm asleep, I reckon I can't do nothing about it.
No, folks. I've done some nice things too. Now, folks, is that really any reason? Please just don't kill us.
Hey! Do you guys happen to remember me? The Custer Tarnation? The meanest, cruelest, nastiest hombre north of Mexico City? Would you mind paying attention to me for one moment? After all, I am the one with the guns. Now, I want gold, or I'm gonna start killing. Maybe I'll start with the sheriff. Or the deputy. Or the geologist.
I've heard enough out of you, Custer Tarry feather, whatever your name is. Maybe you should just leave before you make me mad at the hurt you.
Or maybe start with the old woman right here.
Try it! You see, Custer, the problem with dealing with crazy people like me is that you never know what we're gonna do. That's fine. Like, see this here trigger? Yeah?
Yeah.
I might decide just to pull it, just to see what'll happen. Would you like to see what'll happen?
No, not at all. I'm very, very sorry, lady. Please.
All right.
Yes.
You leave right now and never come back. And maybe, just maybe, I won't try to follow you, hunt you down like the low-down snake hound you are.
Yeah, I like that. Ugh.
I said,
Yeah.
right now. And as for the two of you,
Please don't hurt us, Miss Kate.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. square dance. Yeah, and we're gonna celebrate the fact that Blue Butte is now the richest town in the West. And then, precisely at dawn, we're gonna start looking for you.
No, I don't want to die.
And if we find you,
You will find a skater. Shoot me. Don't shoot, don't shoot. Run!
Same old track, you make those feet go wickety-whack. Then element left to the corners, all the right to your honey and grand change. Grand red left, go round the hall. Away we go in the old red wagon, the hind wheels off and the axles dragging your foot up and my foot down. Grand red left, go all the way round. Swing your partner as you come round. Swing that lady right off the ground. The four ladies right of the ring, and at first you balance and you swing them all. You hear my call, take that gentleman promenade all. The four ladies right of the ring, and at first you balance and you swing them all. You hear my call, you take the gentleman promenade all.
So, did I get the job?
Yes, Ray, you get the job. Will you help me clean this up? But are you gonna perform for me again tonight at 6:30?
Of course. Why not?
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this little adventure. A little bit silly, but we had a good time. We hope you did too. We would like to thank Faith Lutheran Church for making us part of their body, part of their home here, and we want to give them a big round of applause. I also want to thank all the parents that are involved with all these students here. They've made it so that you guys could come here. Without them, it would be impossible to make this happen. So thanks, parents. And I'd like to pull a few people forward. Stephanie, my faithful assistant, she's been here through the years, and she is the organizational queen. She makes everything happen. The back of stage is completely covered with all these charts and graphs that she's so talented making. It's just so amazing. She has these kids just look at all the kids, yeah, she whips them into shape. So she's amazing, and it's made it just so wonderful for the whole process. Thank you. Next, I want to pull up 3 young people. So Abigail. So this year, it's been kind of fun. We've had all kinds of student leaders, and Abigail, she has taken over. She actually directed this. This is your cast. Yes. And so this is the cast she directed all year. She worked on weekly with these kids and making sure, and she bossed them around. She did a really good job bossing them around. But she did such an amazing job. So big thank you to you, Abigail.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm going to bring Josh up for a quick second. Josh, where are you? I don't know where you landed. Yeah. So Josh is the other guy that he directed the other cast, and he did make your announcement. So it's really fun. Last year he started behind stage and was kind of bossing everybody around, and we're like, hey Josh, what do you think about directing a cast? And he's a really good boss. Yeah. And you know what, the students all respect, actually both of these 2 people. And Race is like, no. Race, come on up. We got to embarrass you. So you only saw him playing the piano, but Race wanted to be invisible this year, but we're not letting him. He was the one that, you saw those skits that happened, those little skits. He ran the skits all year for both casts. And so he did a lot of work working with all the students. It was really fun to see the development that happened. So thank you. Amazing. All right. And then, okay, I'm going to pull one more student up. So we'll just say one last thing. I think I said we have 9 seniors this year, but we're going to pull one of our special seniors up. Luther, come on up. So Luther has something to share with you. Here you go, Luther.
Yeah, hi, hello, I'm Luther Watts. You probably recognize me up there. I was playing the infamous cowboy extra. Probably saw me in the background, fits my character well. And so yeah, you might be wondering to yourself why this church decided to host a Western comedy in its sanctuary. Well, the answer is because we believe that theater is a really unique opportunity we have to share the glory of God and to just praise Him. And this play in particular this year, we feel there are some pretty cool connections between the main themes of this story and to the story of real life that we can find and learn about in the Bible. And I would like to share just a few of these connections with you today. See, this play opens up and we find all these men who are totally on the wrong path. They are doing the fighting and the turmoil that is between them is leading divisions amongst friends, amongst family. It is leading divisions amongst even the husbands and wives, and is ultimately going to lead to all of their deaths. And this is very similar to what we Christians call sin. See, the Bible explains that we were created, and it shows the truth that God created us in his image, and we were designed to walk his path of life and to live the life that God has prepared for us. But we often choose our own path, a path that is not good for us in our own blinded way, and we call this sin. And you see, when we get into sin, just like the men in this town, it causes division amongst each other, and most of all, it causes division between us and God. And ultimately, this division results in the ultimate death, which is often known as hell. Complete division from God, and we are completely now far from him. But just like in this play, there is a hope for us. See, the men were not just left to themselves, the woman stepped in. They came and they made a plan to save them because they loved them so much that they were not going to let them stay in this terrible, sinful state. And just like as you saw in the kingdom skit right after our intermission, the way God went about doing this was by taking the punishment on himself through Jesus Christ. So just as the king in the skit had to, rather than punishing his children or letting his kingdom become imperfect, he decided to take that punishment that his children deserved upon himself. And that's what Jesus did for us. He came into the world. He lived and he died and then he conquered death so that we might have a hope in life and that we do not have to fear death anymore. So, after all of what Jesus has done for us, what's the response? Well, again, in this play, you see a tad of it. See, the men decided they surrendered their wrong ways, and they turned back from everything they had done wrong back into the path of righteousness, and it was beautiful. And that's what we are called to do. We are called to turn away from our sin and to find Jesus Christ. As it says in Romans 10, verse 9, because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. And what's the end result of this saving? It's just as at the end of this play, a reunion. Just as the men were reunited with their wives, we reunite with God in a renewed life that is how it was meant to be. So if I want you to take one thing away from this play, some nice summary, it's that to think about how the men had to turn from their ways and come back to God, or come back to their wives. Because when we turn from because it reminds us how we need to turn from our wrong ways and trust in God's right paths for us. Thank you for this moment of time I've gotten to share with you. I hope you all have a great day. God bless. Also, if you have any questions about anything I just said, please come talk to one of our directors or Pastor Jerry. He's the one with the round glasses and the big beard in the back. Or any of us castmates. We'd love to have a conversation with you about it. And if by chance you feel your heart is working on coming to Christ, also, even more so, come and have a conversation with us.
If you would like to come back and see this little extra cowboy do his action tonight, you're welcome. He plays the part of Dusty Barnes this evening. If you want to come back and see the other cast, they're pretty fun. So thank you for coming. Students, actors, go meet your fans.